John. You've never been on the show before, so I'd like to welcome you as my special guest. I see a lot of your...
Happy to be here.
I see a lot of your posts. They are amazing. I love what you represent. You're a member of this chemtrail community, the activist community. What would you say is like some of the most important issues that you are currently battling?
Well, the most important issues that I think all of our communities are battling is seeing how that there's an interrelation between what I would call the delivery systems that are being sent to us daily, from fluoride to vaccinations to chemtrails to EMFs to endocrine disruptors. They're all part of an orchestrated attack to really bring us under the control of what I would call the New World Order. Now, that may be more than, we want to talk about on this show, but that, to me, that overview really helps to bring into perspective why we're all being hammered daily.
Right. There's nothing you can't talk about on the show. Like, everything is open. Now, with this agenda, you just mentioned the endocrine disruptors. For the people out there that don't know what they are, can you explain that to us?
There are chemical elements in plastics and other products that we interact with daily.
And if you look, not only the vaccinations, Ms. Madison Storm Moon, but actually the pesticides, the fungicides, the insecticides, all of them are endocrine disruptors which cause autism and ADHD. And as you know, because you so bravely went out and stopped one of the trucks, they just drive around in broad daylight spraying your children with endocrine-disrupting chemicals.
Bust him right now. I'm actually standing out here, probably breathing in permethrin, and here he comes. I'm going to stop this truck because this is my right as a citizen of the United States to protect myself from the poisons that this man is spraying right now. I'm stopping him right now as a citizen to find out what he's spraying. Let me get his license plate number. Okay. How are you doing tonight, sir? All right, let me get your information, please. What are you spraying in the air right now? I'm spraying. Look at this. Look what you are doing. What are you spraying? What are you spraying? What is the chemical that you're spraying? Can I see your material safety data sheet? Can you turn that off while we're talking? I know for a fact you have to turn that off when it's sit. Thank you, sir. I'm standing right out here. This is my house right here, and I need to see your material safety data sheet. Because it's the law. It's a state law, and I know that for a fact, sir. I'm an activist against mosquito spraying. Right. So you need to show me your material safety data sheet by law. I am actually holding you as a citizen to show me your paperwork. I do this to everybody. Everybody. I promise you, it is nothing personal. My name is Madison Star Moon, and you can look me up and stuff. I do this to all the mosquito spray guys, not just you guys, any other type of spraying operation that they have with Monsanto chemicals and whatnot. So right now, I've been breathing in permethrin that you just sprayed this entire street.
That's not correct.
What is it?
It is. I'll tell you what it is.
I mean, is it safe for me to be out here even speaking to you after you just sprayed this entire street? Did you notify the people of this city?
Yes, they're notified by my boss during the day.
Okay. All right, let's see what paperwork you have. I'm sorry to have to do this, but this is our street. Nobody knows what you're spraying. You probably don't even know. All right, here we go. Now, can you just point out to me what is the chemical that you're spraying?
It's called Scourge. It's a mineral base.
All right, here we go. Can you...
really...
Hold on. Is this the material safety data sheet?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Is there... now, what's the... Yeah, okay. Hold on, let me see. Where does it say material safety data sheet on it? This is the only piece of paper that you're required to have by law?
By law.
Yeah, there we go.
Product identification, etc.
Okay. Okay. And so has anyone ever stopped you before and asked you what you're spraying or... Okay. Now, is this safe for us? I mean, how often do you...
It wasn't safe when we sprayed.
That's not true. How often do you think it's going to harm mosquitoes and it's not going to harm us? You're spraying chemicals into the air, right? Okay. All right. Now, what's your name, sir? Your name.
I don't have to tell you my name.
You have to tell me your name. You're a city worker and you're spraying chemicals on my street. You have to, by law, tell me your name. Do Your car number 9188. And I am calling down to the. Is John still working there?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna call down there because I've actually asked them for you guys not to spray on my street.
Well, they can get you a red tag and you won't have to be able to spray that.
They can get your what?
A red sticker and you won't be able to spray.
So if I get a red sticker, you won't be able to spray the whole street?
Well, not the whole street, just your house.
Okay, I'm gonna respectfully request that you do not spray anything more on my street.
No problem.
Thank you, sir. All right. My name is Madison Starman. Like I said, I want to be transparent with you. You know where I be at. You know what I'm saying? And you can find me on the internet and stuff. I'm saying if you have a problem with the way that I...
Look, no, if you call down there, they'll put a tag up and they won't spray,
Yeah, they won't spray the whole street, you think?
No, they're not going to be able to do that because you got other citizens that might want it.
Yeah, I'm probably poisoned with whatever you just sprayed, but I heard you coming. I was like, oh, no, because I've stopped you guys here, on the street before, and I'll do it again. You should actually tell your boss, I will stop every single car, every single truck that is spraying anything and find out what it's spraying. And what's the name of it one more time?
It should be Scourge, called Scourge.
Scourge?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So it's a combination of the vaccines. It's a combination of the pesticides. It's chemicals in the foods, the chemicals in the waters, the fluorides, and all together, it's a giant eugenics operation. It's real hard for people to understand that because then they would have to admit that they have been worshiping the very same people that's been giving the poisonings to kill them. That's why it's hard for people to understand and to actually come to grips with that it is a religion of eugenics. And, I've been out in Hollywood, California, and I've sat down with filmmakers and actually asked them, what's your take on eugenics? And they're like, well, it's a necessary for the benefit of humanity. Well, what's your take on transhumanism? And then, well, we can only hope for it. They want to live forever right here on earth as gods. And their technology is almost close enough to where they can live a very long time, and they don't need us around. So for every...
Yes,
ma'am.
Why would you want to live a long time on this planet in the condition that it's in? I'm not saying that I want to die. Of course I want to live. But why would you want to live a long time and just carry on? I mean, there's a process called life and death. Death is the only thing you're guaranteed when you are born. Why would they want to live? I mean, their body's going to break down at some point. Do they want to be just some crippled half,
I think they want to merge. Yeah, they want to merge with technology and live forever in this world. That's their goal. And they don't need us around digging in mines for them, for coal, and they don't need... every time new technology is invented, it actually cuts the throats of the American workforce. And then, after those jobs are gone, there's a new virus that comes out and kills people. And I always found that odd. What's your take on that?
Oh, I agree totally. I mean, we're becoming obsolete. Human beings, are becoming replaced with robots. And transhumanism is totally disgusting. Now, I do understand, when you've got like pacemakers, and there are certain aspects of technology that do keep people alive that are beneficial. But when you start taking it to the next level, when you have robot women that men are having sex with, I mean, you're totally robot pets, so you no longer need a pet. It's just disgusting to me. I've seen too much stuff on it, and it really creeps me out. Point is, this Earth isn't going to be around long enough for the transhumans to see the technology prevail because we're destroying the planet faster than we can live on it. And technology is killing us.
Yeah, they are bringing on a collapse of the food supply and plan on starving millions of people while claiming they don't know what is causing it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the chemical trucks you see spraying throughout the states, counties, cities, the airplane pollution, also known as chemtrails, your Bureau of Land Management spraying for obnoxious weeds out in the middle of nowhere. That's what's killing your honeybees. Once the honeybees are dead, like Albert Einstein said, humanity only has 5 years after the last honeybee dies. And I agree with him, because you're only going to have maybe potatoes or beans and rice, plants that don't need to be pollinated by bees is going to be the only food supply. And that's why they have built these underground bunkers and supplied them full of food and seeds. So after the population dies off, they can come back out of their redoubts, their underground fortresses, and restart over again with less population. And then they rewrite the history books, make a pseudoscience, give people a false objective to leave Earth and boldly go where no man has gone before, and start this whole experiment over again to try to change us chemically and biologically, to integrate us, some of us, with technology to make slaves. The rest of us, they want gone. Free, independent thinkers like me, you, the other activist out here that's awake. There's only like 2% of the population that is awake on the level that you and I are. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
so
people.
Yeah, and they're going to be eaten by the wolves. And ladies and gentlemen, they have built arks. They have the DNA of the animals. They have seeds that hasn't been tampered with. And Monsanto and Bayer and all these other corporations that mess with the food. Now I got lost in thought here. The only thing left is GMO after the bees collapse. And everybody knows that GMOs have been designed to grow with pesticides already in the seeds. And then the seeds are zombie seeds. You cannot replant the seeds. You have to buy more seeds. And they are doing this to kill off the population while saying they do not know why.